Hi, I'm Peter Murphy-Lewis, and welcome to this week's newscast. Making headlines this week in Chile, Chilean miners file a lawsuit against the government, 2 new lines added to Santiago's metro system, and heavy snowfall affects southern Chile. "31 of the 33 Chilean miners who were trapped underground last summer are suing the government. The workers who were trapped for 69 days in a gold and copper mine are suing the government for a combined total of $16 million. They want their suffering and their families' suffering to be recognized so it will never happen again. The legal action claims the National Geology and Mines Bureau failed to conduct sufficient inspections of the San Jose mine prior to the accident on August 5th. The miners were rescued in relatively good health, but they are asking for an early retirement and pension. They have reported problems ranging from nightmares to respiratory problems, and some say they are too old to return to mining." Sebastián Piñera has officially announced 2 new lines for Santiago Metro. Lines 3 and 6 will include 5 new municipalities in the route: Huechuraba, Conchalí, Independencia, Cerrillos, and Pedro Aguirre Cerda. Piñera announced the 2 new lines in the municipality of Conchalí, and he emphasized that, quote, "the 2 new lines will directly benefit over 1 million people and indirectly benefit everyone who lives in the city of Santiago," end quote. The new metro lines will drastically cut commute time for passengers connecting to other parts of Santiago, because they will include 28 stations and 37 kilometers of railway. Line 6 will begin operation in 2016, while Line 3 will not be ready until 2018. Residents in the areas of La Araucanía, and especially Lonquimue, are dealing with heavy snowfall in the area. A red alert was declared on the 17th for 3 communities in the region. Thousands of residents were isolated until the major highway, S61, was cleared of snow. Power outages also affected around 500 people. Luckily, no new snow fell during cleanup efforts.
Hi, I'm Brendan Corrigan and welcome to this week's Politics. The headlines: President announces major cabinet reshuffle, students redefine their demands after last week's protest, and the inauguration of a new university campus. Some major changes are being made by President Piñera in his cabinet reshuffle. The big surprise was the movement of former Education Minister Joaquin Lavín to the Ministry of Cooperation and Planning. He will be replaced by former Ministry of Justice Felipe Bulnes. A number of other ministers announced their resignation at the meeting on Monday, including Enya von Baer, former government spokesperson, Juan Andrés Fontaine, former Minister of Economy, and the former Minister for Planning, Philippe Cast. More changes are in process and will be announced later in the week. This is the second reshuffle in less than 7 months. After one of the largest protests for free education took place last week in Santiago, students are redefining their demands. Although the march was declared a success, the president of the Federation of Students of Universidad Católica, Giorgio Jackson, spoke out against the police, claiming some of the crowd control tactics were dangerous. He and other student leaders have called on the government to change their attitude and have an open dialogue with students, with clear deadlines and methods to establish an effective right of all Chileans to a constitutionally guaranteed quality education. The President, along with the new Minister of Education, Felipe Bulnes, headed up the ceremonies for the opening of the new Duoc UC University campus in the municipality of San Joaquin on Tuesday. President Piñera inaugurated the new campus, reiterating his administration's commitment for the improvement of education, which is the primary instrument for personal growth and for the development of the nation. The President also announced that Chile needs more professional technicians, as the country still has a deficit in that area. The government has released funds exclusively set aside for centres of technical advancement and professional institutes. Well, those are the top political stories of the week. Check us out online at ilovechile.cl for all the latest news.
Hi, I'm Ali Jabri with your culture and entertainment headlines. Blind Melon, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and Ancient Egypt visits Parque Arauco. The American rock band Blind Melon is coming to Chile on July 30th. Best remembered for the 1993 single No Rain, the group enjoyed critical and commercial success in the early 1990s with their neo-psychedelic take on alternative rock. The band reformed the new lead vocalist in 2006, who has now been touring with the group. Don't miss their show on July 30th at Santiago's Teatro Caupolicán. The Harry Potter films have been consecutive box office hits for the past 10 years. The final film, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, is the last in the series of movies based on the famous books by J.K. Rowling. It reportedly made $169.2 million in its opening weekend. Be sure not to miss the final installment of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 in theaters now. A new exhibit called Treasures of Egypt is now on display at the Parque Arauco. Going on until October, this new exhibit features ancient artifacts from Egypt that are thousands of years old. The show educates visitors about daily life, agriculture, warfare, religion, and of course, mummification. Come check out ancient Egyptian artifacts at Parque Arauco with the whole family. Those were your culture entertainment headlines. Join us next week or check us out online at ilovechile.cl.
Hi, welcome to the Sports Zone. This week headlines include La Copa America. Chile is sandpacking in the quarterfinals. Also, Alexis Sanchez and Arturo Vidal both found a new foster family. And in American football, Cañoneros de Viña to face Gladiador de Antofagasta. In Copa America, well, with the early exit of Argentina to the hands of Uruguay and Brazil to Paraguay, well, Chile had a clear shot at their first title in the oldest tournament of soccer. Nonetheless, as custom, well, the Chilean cracked under pressure and were shown the door into the quarterfinals by Venezuela with a 2-1 loss. The 20,000 Chilean who traveled to support La Roja on Sunday in San Juan couldn't believe the outcome of the match and blame head coach Claudio Borgi for the awful performance of the team in Argentina. Presidents of the INFP, the Chilean Soccer Association, Jorge Hadaway, stated that El Bichi Borgi has full support of the board of the INFP and is expecting a great campaign for the World Cup qualifier of Brazil in 2014, due to start this year in November. In the semifinal, well, Uruguay will face Peru, while Paraguay is awaiting El Vino Tinto for a spot in the final. On a brighter note, on the international football, El Niño Maravilla and Arturo Cilia Punk Vidal are changing address. According to Gino Pozo, the president of Barcelona, the Spanish club and Udinese have come to an agreement for the transfer of Alexis Sanchez. The amount of euros has not been disclosed at this point. And La Juventud have confirmed the arrival of Arturo Vidal in Italy. The Bayer Leverkusen have concluded the deal of $17 million for the former Colo-Colino. Until the number are disclosed for the move of Alexis Sanchez, Vidal's transfer is the second most expensive in history of Chilean soccer after the sale of Marcelo Salas to La Juventud, also for $22 million. And finally, on the American football scene in Chile, well, Los Gladiador de Antofagasta will be in Viña del Mar this weekend to face the defending champions, Los Cañoneros. The Gladiators are looking to avenge their 41-0 loss to the same blue shirts, suffer a couple of weeks on their own turf. Well, that concludes the sports headline for this week. For more information, visit us on Facebook at Sports Zone Chile or on ilovechile.cl/sports. Have a great week.
That was your weekly I Love Chile newscast. I'm Peter Murphy Lewis. Remember to check out our website at ilovechile.cl for all of your news about Chile in English.